The ground's a little crooked, so I either need to sit like this or find another spot, but I think I'm gonna stay put. So just pretend like I'm even. It's fine. So the title of this video is basically, it's okay to do nothing. So I showed me doing a little bit of nothing. Isn't that nice? It's kind of refreshing sometimes to do nothing. So here's the deal. If you're a homeschool mom, that's who I'm addressing right here. You can listen if you're not a homeschool mom, because you never know what God's going to call you to do. What I see a lot of this time of year, especially in the last month leading up to now, is our summer plans, what we plan to do this summer, curriculum for summer, and all this stuff, okay? Totally fine. I've been in that boat before where we have done year-round homeschooling. And for us, if you don't know, year-round homeschooling is something where you maybe start in August, you go all year. For us, we usually would take off July, like the whole month of July, but that was it for our summer break. And that might sound crazy to most people, but the thing is, that gave us the freedom to take off a week in October and take off a couple days a month, or maybe one day a week throughout the year when Dad was off, or so we wanted to go do something. It gave us a lot more freedom to do year-round homeschooling. So because of that, we're obviously continuing to do things throughout the summer. For us, we just stretched our curriculum out, so the things that we're doing in the summer was just our regular school curriculum. I've never been one to actually buy a curriculum for the summer. A lot of people do that. Now, you know, I've been homeschooling now for, I don't know, 10, 11 years. I'm not sure. I can't keep track. I don't know what counts. I started when my daughter was in preschool and she's going into 10th grade. So whatever we want to call that. That's the sirens. I knew this was going to be perfect outside. We're not having a tornado. It's just a warning. But so we have done the year-round homeschooling thing, but we have never done a set like summer curriculum. Now I know a lot of people do that. And the reason I want to make this video, I am one of those moms that maybe doesn't do things the traditional way, and I also don't do things the complete other extreme. I'm kind of in the middle, and I like to help other homeschool moms realize that that's okay. That you don't have to do things the way that all the Instagram mamas are doing, or the way you see on all the videos on YouTube right now. You can do it however it works for you. So that's kind of why I wanted to have this video in the first place, was just to chat and just encourage you that basically you can do what you want to do. I'll continue on with this. If you want to stay and that sounds fun, then grab a cup of something and let's get chatting. So, like I said, those are some things that I have done over the summer, which was doing school. We did school throughout the summer, but I've always given us, because we were year-round homeschooling for so many years, I've given us space to be able to, if all of our friends were going to like the splash pad for the day, we would not do school, we would go to the splash pad. Or if all of our friends were going to the zoo, we would stop and go to the zoo. That was the nice thing about year-round homeschooling, was we could take off whenever we felt like it, because we were doing school year-round and we knew we'd finish it. I'm at a park near us. There's a creek here. Maybe I'll sit like this so you guys can see. It's a little more exciting than just a tree. So that's some ways that we have done homeschooling in the past. Now this year, and was this our first year? I think this might have been our first year doing it the way we did it this year, and it actually worked out pretty well. We did traditional, when it comes to schedule, traditional homeschooling. We started end of August, probably like the last week of August, and we finished up the first week of May. And we barely took any time off throughout the year. Like, I took off a week for Thanksgiving, 2 weeks for Christmas, and that was pretty much it. I think we took off the Monday after Easter, but we did not take a spring break. We did not take random days for field trips. We just chugged along. So because of that, we have already done our entire school year. So I do not need to do any school this summer. What I'm talking about is like unit studies or science things or stuff like that. I am not obligated to do any of that, and you are not obligated to do any of that. And sometimes I feel like what we see on YouTube or on Instagram, and people are like, oh, here's this summer bundle, buy this, and here's this you know, unit study you have to do, it's the best. Your kids need a break. You need a break. I feel like sometimes there is so much out there that's offered to us, which is awesome, but it makes us do too much sometimes. So I just wanted to let you know that you don't have to do anything this summer, like nothing. If you finished your curriculum and you're done for the year, you do not have to go buy a unit study. You do not have to do anything extra. You can just enjoy the summer. So I'm gonna let you know what our plans are. Do you wanna know what we're doing for the summer? Let me tell you. I'm kind of scared of what's gonna jump out at me. Here's my plans for the summer. First of all, we got our pool up. Nothing fancy, just one of those, you know, backyard pools that we got all cleaned up and ready. I think this is slanted again, sorry. And so that is up, and I have not swam because it's too cold for me and I'm a big baby, but my kids have already swam in that. So basically daily swimming is going to happen. I'm planning on doing some of the field trips that we don't have time to do during the year. So because we couldn't take time off this year, during the year, because we were doing this like kind of strict homeschooling schedule, I couldn't just take time off to go to the zoo or to go to do different things. So I am planning on taking the kids to the zoo this summer. I may regret it when it's like 1,000 people at the zoo, but I want to do it. I would like to get a bike rack so we can go biking. I just kind of want to be outside and do outdoors things. Going to the park, packing a picnic lunch and going to the park. Like, that is the best. One of my favorite things to do in the summer. So basically, I'm just trying to have fun, and they're going to learn as we're doing things. They're going to ask questions. Kids naturally ask questions. So I don't think it has to be this structured, we need to do all these units and all these different things during the summer, because your kids are going to get burnt out. I get burnt out. Do you get burnt out? Homeschool parents, we need a break. So that is definitely one thing. This kind of looked like a cool place to film. What do you think? It's like I'm standing inside of a boomerang. One other thing that we do this summer, I think my camera's crooked again. I can't handle how great this video is going to be. Another thing that we do in the summer that is huge, but takes no preparation or anything for mom, is the summer reading program at the library. And I would assume most libraries do some sort of summer reading program. I signed up the other day. Now, trying to get your kids to read when they're not readers and when they're not in the mood to read is really difficult sometimes. We signed up for the summer reading program a couple days ago, and my son, he has read probably 15 books since we signed up, like 2 days ago. He's just reading and reading and reading. And we got a couple of these like listening books. They have the audio built into the book. I don't know what they're called, but he loves those because they give him the confidence that if there are bigger words in the book, he can still hear it. And he listened to it over and over and over again. And he read some, and he'll read to whoever is ready to listen. My other girls are still like getting into summer mode, but they're now seeing the challenge with their brother that hey, he's going to beat me and he's going to get a prize book before I do. And so anyway, that is a huge thing that takes no prep from mom or dad, and all they have to do is read. If you can encourage them to read, that is the best thing ever. Check out a bunch of books from the library. They have great short nonfiction books. You could get on Civil War, you could get on whales and dolphins and monkeys and Antarctica and whatever it is that you want to have them study, and put them out there and have them accessible. We all need a brain break, so I'm totally fine with doing media. I will make sure that my kids do not do, 12 hours of just sitting there and vegging on their phone. But if you're like, okay, you guys have done, an hour of media, let's either read or go outside, they're going to enjoy their summer. They really are. They're not going to say, I'm so bored. Give them stuff to do. The summer reading program is super, super awesome and free. Yay! And you get prize books. So, yay. They even have adult summer reading. One like official school thing that we are planning on doing this summer is I had done an arthropod science study with The Good and the Beautiful this year. And we did all of it except for one unit. And the one was an ant study. You were supposed to study ants. But the first thing it said was make sure you have access to an ant farm. And you need to view the ants, and that's how you learn about them and stuff like that. Well, I did not have access to an ant farm. And I was like, I'm not gonna buy this. This is fine. I'll just skip this one, no big deal. Well, kind of scared that there's gonna be stuff. Oh my word, that was a frog. I am not a nature girl. I was just getting ready to, oh my word, I'm having a heart attack. I was just getting ready to sit on a log. I was like, oh, this is so cute. I'm gonna sit on this log. Oh, people are coming. And I almost sat on a frog and it gave me a heart attack. That is why you don't do nature walks by yourself if you're a big baby. Nature and me, I think it's pretty. Oh my. Okay, it's really sunny now. Sorry, I gotta have my sunglasses on. All I'm trying to say is don't feel pressured to do anything that everybody else is doing. You enjoy your summer with your kids. You don't have to do all the extras. I have been doing this for, let's say, 11 years, okay? And I still fall into that trap where I see somebody doing something and I'm like, oh, I should be doing that. Oh, I should be doing more. Oh, but they're not gonna have blah, 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 blah. And you know, you get all like caught in this comparison trap. That is the biggest, baddest problem for homeschool moms. Well, for moms, well, for females, for anybody, really. You do what your kids need. You know your kids better than anybody else. If you have their best interest at heart, then you're gonna do what's best for them. So just don't take away their summer fun because you felt like they needed to do an extra, 5 units of something random. If you want to do it though, go for it. I'm just talking to those of you who really don't want to do that stuff, but you feel pressured to do it, because that happens. It really does happen to the best of us. Happy summering. I hope you guys liked this video. I wouldn't say it was the most wisdom-filled, insightful video, but I'm just sharing my heart and something that I was struggling with as I'm entering summer, and I keep seeing all these posts and I'm like, and then I stop myself so quick in saying, no, 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 you don't need to be doing this. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you appreciate my realness, because I'm not an expert, but I'm at least real, and I'll be for real with you. I'm going to share with you my strengths, my weaknesses, definitely my weaknesses, but I share that with you guys just so you can feel normal, because it always makes me feel better. If you appreciate that, please subscribe if you're not yet subscribed, and follow along for more content. So this is the kind of community that I want here, is just encouraging you guys, and you guys in the comments encouraging me and other moms that, hey, it's okay. Just do the best you can. You love your kids. You know you're doing the best for them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna go walk to my car and hopefully not sit on any more frogs. And thanks for being here, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.